All right. Well, somebody I know very well preached this past Sunday. That would be you.
Yeah, that would be me. I do know about this message.
Yeah. You did. Awesome.
Yeah. So I did the message called "Celebrate Yourself" and how it's important that we take care of ourselves. So I was just going to quickly go through some of the 6 steps that I did about taking care of yourself, and then I was going to ask you a question at the end of this.
Okay.
And if I can do this in like 5 minutes, this will be a miracle. I think I can. So number 1 was taking proper care of your body. That should be pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
For example, eating right, getting plenty of exercise, and taking care of our physical needs. And it's important that we take care of our body. It says in 1 Corinthians 3:16 and 17, "Don't you know that you yourself are God's temple, and God's Spirit dwells in your midst? If anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy that person, for God's temple is sacred." So God looks at our body very sacred. He looks at it. He doesn't want us to destroy our body, but he wants us to take care of it. And be careful. Not like I did, last Monday where I tried to go through this window here in the radio studio to get in the radio studio and almost killed myself.
You did.
That's not taking care of your body properly. That's about ready to not realize that you're in your 40s, not your 20s. Secondly, take time to feed your spirit. This, even though I don't have these in any particular order, this may be the most important. To edify yourself, take care of your spirit. You can do that by, edifying yourself through the Bible, through Bible teachings, through sermons, through prayer and praying in the Spirit, maybe the most importantly. And you got to remember that we are a spirit. God created us. Our body is just part of us. Remember the threefold nature of men, what you learned about in discipleship, where we are a spirit, have a soul, and live in a body. We're called to edify or to build ourselves up, to instruct in such a way to improve, enlighten, or uplift our spots. So we must edify ourselves. It says in 1 Peter 2:2 in the New Living Translation, like newborn babies, crave spiritual eggnog, milk, so that you will grow in full experience of salvation. Cry out for this nourishment that you must need, that eggnog, right? Just kidding. And number 3, the importance of rest. Learning the importance of rest, whether it's resting in God or resting, getting your 7 and 8 hours of sleep is important. Sleep is important for maintaining optical health and well-being, keeping you out of, depression and things like that, and helping you be alert during the day. Jesus even took time to rest. He took time to rest after doing ministry and various things. It says in Matthew 11:28, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and we shall give you rest." And Jesus was speaking here that those people were wearing themselves out by trying to please God and earn their salvation instead of resting in Him. And that's what we really need to do. And it also says in Psalm 91:1, "To those who live in the shadow of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty." So finding rest in God is important. Another thing that we really need to learn how to do, and something that is not always easy to do when it comes to our Christian faith and Christianity, is learning how to say no. Just like saying no to drugs, sometimes we have to say no to doing ministries. They could be good ministries, but they may not be what you're called to do. They may not be God. They may be good, but not God, or they may be godly, but not what you're called to do.
Yeah.
You're never going to be healthy unless you learn to say no. People don't like you when you say no, but it's important that you have to do that. When we do too much ministry and Christian activities, eventually we could burn ourselves out by overdoing it. It's like eating something we really, really like. I love pizza, but if I eat an entire pizza, I'm going to feel it afterwards, and that was not good for my body overall. That's going to cause some issues. It's not good to do that. Matthew 5:37, New Living Translation says, "Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Anything beyond that is from the evil one." It also says, I love this in 1 Corinthians 10:23, it says in New Living Translation, "You say, I am allowed to do anything, but not everything is good for you."
Right.
You say, I'm allowed to do anything, but not everything is beneficial. You're allowed to do anything. I could do anything. I could jump into the studio, but it's not going to be great for me. I could, do whatever I wanted to. I could go and have, 6 monsters, but that's I could do that. I might be spinning off the wall, but I can do that.
Yeah.
Not a good thing. Number 5 was have a good time management skills. Being timely, being on time, even being there early is good. What's so important about time is we can't get time back. And if we're on time, I try to do my job, and what I do is getting there early or getting there to close on time, because the further you're behind, the more stress you're causing. If you are on time, you're going to allow less stress to be in your life. Ephesians 5:16 and 17 says, making the best use of your time because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of God is. Time can be a tricky thing. You only got 24 hours in a day. Do we use it on stupid things, or do we do it as a gift and not our own, and to steward in serving what the Lord would have us do? And last, and certainly least, the sixth point was take time to enjoy life. It's not wrong to have a you day. It's not wrong to do something that you enjoy doing. We can celebrate. We can do things like you might enjoy taking for a hike, or going up to the Adirondacks, going camping. Maybe you like to listen to music. You enjoy listening to a couple albums and getting away from life. So as I kind of finish this up, Jeff, the question that I had for you is, what do you like to do for you? And you're not passing. Obviously there's your family. There's obviously all the obligations and the things that you have to do. What is it that you like to do that says, this is what I need? I think you might have talked about, maybe it's, going and getting up in the morning and doing the fire. You might have talked about different things. What is it that you like to do to just chill and have you time that is important to help you to stay a healthy balance in your life?
Well, the fire is a big thing. I really enjoy that. But I got to say swimming.
Yeah.
It's not always fun. But it's a great way to slow my brain down. And I do find myself enjoying my swims at certain points,
That's cool.
I love the steam room too. And when I'm done, I look forward to that too. So, and I find that when I don't do that, my body is stiffer, and I don't feel as well. The thing about swimming that's important for me too is the fact that it breaks my day up, because I don't want to really go to home thinking too much about my day here. I want to be fresh.
Yeah.
For my wife and my kids and everything I've got going on there. So when I get into that pool, it's my time to swim and work out, but it's also my time to process about the day and go from there. So yeah, I think probably the fire and swimming are at the top of the list.
That's cool.
Yeah. So and how about you?
I love going. The two things right now that I really enjoy are going to women's basketball games. Sometimes I go there by myself, not even with anybody.
Yeah.
Maybe my parents sometimes come along, but I can sit anywhere you want. It's general admission. I think this team is so fun to watch. And I love watching the Asia Fair play.
Yeah.
And it's something that doesn't cost too much, but it's a lot of fun. See the ins and outs of basketball, cheer on this team. I love the passion of the coach.
Yep.
Get Jack. And I also like to have a record day where I might go to, as I said in the message, where I might go to Utica or or Ithaca or someplace, or Rochester.
Yeah.
So if you go to Rochester, I have two of my favorite stores are out there. Have a day, you get a few records, maybe get some Mexican, and come home and just make a day to myself where I don't have to think about life, and I can put ministry aside, put my job at Arise aside, and just have a day of fun.
Absolutely.
So I enjoy that.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I thought you'd probably say that.
Yeah, those are my two main things I've enjoyed a lot lately in the last few years.
Nice. Well, cool.